Howdy y'all, it's Ryan from RNA Music, your favorite mom and pop guitar shop and music lesson studio deep in the heart of Texas. That's where we're at, and today I've got an unboxing video for you guys I want to share and a little bit of a story time to go with this unboxing, man. So let's get to it. Unbox the guitar. We're gonna get some sound samples. It's not an in-depth demo, but just sound samples, unboxing of a guitar I'm pretty excited about. And let's get to that. See you in a second. All right, story time. Okay, today is August the 15th. It is August 15th, looky there. 2020, craziest year, one of the craziest years in recent memory, I guess. Crazy times, you know, in a couple of decades. So, story time. I ordered a guitar, and it came in March. Like back in March, early March, I ordered a guitar for myself. It's not for resale in the store, it's for me. And I ordered it. It came in. I shot the unboxing part. So the part you're about to see, the unboxing, is really back from March, which is right at the beginning of the coronavirus COVID-19 lockdown thing. So I shot that, and then that was right at the time where we kind of had to close our doors to the public and things got real crazy. So I never got around to finishing the unboxing. You know, I unboxed the guitar and then quick sound samples is what we do. I never got a chance to do that, and life has just been absolutely insane since then. So today, August 15th, I want to give you the sound sample playing overview. So you're going to see past Ryan and then current August 2020 Ryan. You might be watching this in 2025, who knows. But all right, let's get to that. So I just want to give you that quick story first. You're going to see me from a few months ago unboxing this, and then we're going to get right to today with the sound samples. Check it out. Howdy y'all, it's Ryan from RNA Music, your favorite mom and pop music lesson studio and occasional guitar shop. Deep in the heart of Texas. Yeah! And it's new stuff day! Yay! This is an unboxing video of a guitar. So if you like to watch people unbox guitars, please stay tuned. I'm pretty excited about this. If you don't, then there's a million, 10 million, a billion other videos out there to watch. So stay tuned though if you want to watch me unpack a guitar I'm super excited about. Alright, so we're going to open this guitar. Now this is, I guess, technically my first new guitar day of 2020. Alright, yeah, first new guitar day of the decade. And I have a real bad habit, like every year on my birthday, buying a guitar for myself for my birthday, because I like guitars. This last year, December was my birthday. This past December, I did not buy a guitar for myself. I didn't buy any gear for myself. And then, as a matter of fact, there's been several times we've gone into another guitar store somewhere else, another city, and I was kind of like, and I got some money, or I got some credit, I want to buy something, and I didn't. I couldn't. I mean, there's stacks upon stacks of guitars on the wall, but I'm like, I just didn't really find anything that really spoke to me. So, but lately, I keep coming back to this one guitar that I've seen online, and let's open it. Ew. This one kept calling to me. Like I kept seeing it, kept coming back and looking at videos of it, kept seeing it, and so I was like, you know what? It was a killer deal, number one. That's how you get me. It was a great deal, and that's when I usually get in trouble personally. Is when it's a killer deal. Okay, that was packed pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that. Plenty of bubble wrap to go around. Well, it's in a PRS bag, so that's probably a clue. Lovely brown PRS bag. These are actually nice bags. I have a PRS SE that I've had for a while. Actually really liked it. Okay, so let's check it out. Here we go. Ooh. Nice. All right. What we've got here is a PRS Fredrik Akesson, or Akesson, however you pronounce his name. PRS SE. Whoa, you cannot really, it's hard to see the color. It's sort of a, there you go, really dark brown, like a root beer almost. I forget what they said the finish was. Really, really dark brown kind of quilt top. I think it's like a 245. Strings are super slack on this. So I'm gonna have to tune it up and make sure everything's good on the neck. Looks good. Yeah. These are not the right knobs though. It does not, it's not supposed to have white. It's not supposed to have white knobs on it. That's kind of a weird thing. Let me show you what it's supposed to have. Oh, there you go. Now I can kind of see the quilt. I bought this used, of course, pre-owned. I typically, I have no problem buying used gear for myself. It's supposed to have these kind of classic, you know, classic type knobs. It's like silver and black knobs. So I actually, before it got here, when I ordered it, I actually ordered a set of replacement knobs that are actually what is supposed to go on it. So I'll probably put these on and see how I like them. Put it back to kind of stock, stock knobs. Or I may keep the white, or I may put black ones on. I may do something completely different. Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. St. Patty's Day in America. We're all stuck inside from a coronavirus outbreak. Yeah, I like that. Now what really got me, let me just go ahead and show you what really kind of got me going here, was the birds. The birds on this are abalone. Abalone birds. I love abalone inlays, and you don't see that a lot on the PRS guitars. Checking to make sure you guys can see it. You don't see abalone birds a lot on the PRS, certainly on the SE line. So that's the first thing that I really was like, oh, that's super cool. I love abalone inlays. Got an ebony fretboard, mahogany body. That's kind of an extra deep cutaway. That's one thing I liked about it. It's got this little scoopy here, a little bit deeper than normal cutaway for a PRS single cut. And that was part of Fredrik's spec, so we could get to the high notes. So yeah, well, everything looks pretty good. I'm gonna tune it up, and these are aftermarket. Someone put Schaller strap locks on here. I'm gonna have to probably fix that. I'll put some of my strap locks on there. But yeah, it's not too heavy. That's kind of good. I like that. It's not super light though. But all right, yeah. So the strings are completely slack. I'm gonna tune those up and make sure everything is in playing condition, and then we'll see what's up. I will say one of the things I really liked about this, there's a video on YouTube of a young guy who got one of these and basically made it a satin finish, and it looks killer. This is so dark and reflective. You really can't, it looks like it's black, but it's not. It's really kind of a dark, sort of really dark chocolatey brown almost. But it has a beautiful quilt top, but you can't really see it unless you're in just the right light. And this guy, this young dude, came in, I guess, with some steel wool. like you do on the back of a neck and make it satin, and did his whole guitar. And it looked super awesome. So I'm thinking about doing that. I'm not really sure if I will. I'm not sure. I want to, but I've never done that before, so I'm afraid I'm going to screw it up very badly. So I don't know. I might get a really crappy, cheap guitar and try that. You know, buffing it, sanding it down to a satin finish. I don't want to try it on this. I'm going to try it on a piece of crap guitar first. But all right, I'm going to tune this up and make sure the neck is good and everything's fine. We'll be back later with a little bit of a play test. All right, guys, we are back to do the sound sample portion of this PRS SE Fredrik Akesson, or Akesson, however you pronounce it in Swedish, I don't know. Single cut guitar. Now, you probably saw earlier, it is a dark brown, so it's, you gotta really be in the right lighting to get the quilt top. It's got a really fantastic quilt top. I like it a lot. But it is difficult to see with the gloss. Before I bought it, one of the things I saw was several guys, more than one, 2, 3, 4 people I've seen, took this SE and they sanded down the top. Some of them did it with 4/0 quadruple O steel wool. Some used Scotch-Brite. Some used sandpaper and wet sanded off the clear coat to get it down to a satin finish. And I honestly thought that looked 1,000 times better because you could really see the quilt. I may or may not do that. I have not done that yet because I'm just concerned I'll screw it up. But, you know, these other guys did it. They made it look pretty easy. They weren't professional luthiers or finishers. They just got a hold of it. What I have done since the unboxing video, however, if you watched our Ask RNA videos, this has popped up recently, is I did satin finish the neck, taped it off. I used the Scotch-Brite green pad, went to town, and now it has a satin neck, which feels tremendously different from when it was fully gloss. So it is much slicker and faster now with that satin neck. Now I know that that'll eventually buff back out. I did that same process to my acoustic guitar neck, and it is already back to a glossy finish. But anyways, we're not here to talk about my acoustic. We're here to talk about this Fredrik Akesson PRS SE. Now this has been discontinued. He is still an PRS artist. He uses, you know, the high-end core models. He's got a super sick custom one right now. It's got a maple fretboard, maple neck. It's black, and it's got the piezo pickups in it, and it's just phenomenal. I saw a video with him talking about that the other day, and I was like, oh, that's sexy. I like that. But this came out several years ago. They're a little tricky to find on the used market. I came across a couple of these when I was shopping for them, and since that time, I cannot find any others. Not for the price I wanted to pay. I'll just say it that way. You know, you don't generally get deals on Reverb. Reverb is not the place to go for deals. There are other places when you want killer deals. And I can't find any more of these now, but I'm gonna give you some sound samples in between yammering about the specs. So here we go. Let's start with the clean. Going through the Mesa Boogie Dual Rec. Touch of reverb from my Boss RV500 that I recently acquired. So we're gonna get some clean sounds. The neck pickup, 245 pickups. One of the things I'll tell you that I really got me going was, of course, it has a very fat body. It's fatter, thicker body than the normal 245s, I believe, or at the time when these were made it is. So it's the very fat body. It does have a carved maple top. with a maple veneer. So it's a maple top with a maple veneer on it, but it's mahogany body, maple cap, maple veneer to give it the sexy quilt that you can't really see unless you're in the right lighting. But whatever. Ebony fretboard, which I like. Ebony fretboard. It's got the wide, fat neck profile. Ooh. What's that? If you're wondering what this, it's my mask. It's my neck gaiter. So when I run to the store, I can just slip it on. So I just keep it there. If you're wondering what the fashion statement's about. Anyways, wide fat PRS neck profile, PRS tuners. They're not locking, but it is the PRS branded tuners. I'm thinking about swapping those for the locking ones just because I like it. Sounds nice. Both pickups together. We've got the 245 pickups. And then something particularly interesting on this one is the bridge. Let's scooch in close. The bridge here is a Tone Pros wraparound bridge. So it, you know, does the wrap over the top thing. But it is a Tone Pros bridge, fully adjustable for intonation and such. Very cool, actually. I like Tone Pros. I'm a big fan of the Tone Pros bridges and tailpieces. I've got Tone Pros on several of my guitars. I like them very much. So this is a little unique, I think, if I remember correctly, compared to some of the other 245s at the time. But I have to go back and look. But like my, I have a PRS S2 single cut, and it does have a wraparound bridge, but it is not adjustable. So very different bridge. I like this one, it's very cool. Bridge pickup, 245 pickups. Oh, let's do the A minor. Now, one of the things that really got me going was the birds. Of course, it has bird inlays. And interestingly, I kind of thought they were abalone. I probably said that in the unboxing. They look like abalone. Well, they look like dark abalone. If you took abalone and it was darker. If your abalone had a tan, it would kind of look like this. So it's not really mother of pearl, but it doesn't look like real abalone either. So I am not certain, and the spec, I dug up a spec sheet, it doesn't say, it just says birds. No doy, it's got birds, but they're not the mother of pearl or the fake plastic birds that's on my S2. Honestly, these birds look cooler than what is on my S2 guitar, to be honest. And my S2 birds don't even look as nice as my custom 24 30th anniversary SE birds. Those look better, but whatever. They look kind of like abalone, but like very dark abalone. So I'm not 100% on what the bird material is, but you don't typically see, of course in the SE line, you certainly don't see abalone birds very often. But that was one of the things that really struck me, is the color of the birds. They look like abalone, but maybe that's the color of fake abalone, is they're slightly tan compared to normal baloney. So, all right, that's enough yammering about the specs. Sounds nice. I mean, I got no complaints so far. I may or may not swap the pickups. One of the guys I saw that did the sandy top thing, he put EMGs in his. And you guys know that I love me some EMGs. So I might do that, but currently no plans to swap the pickups. I think they sound fine. So it does clean. It's got some clean tones. No tapping or splitting, anything like that, just normal pickups. Something in the spec said that he has his control layout a little bit different, I guess, than the normal PRS layout. I have so many different guitars that are single cut style, and all of their controls are slightly different. But I'll tell you, here's your bridge volume is this guy down here. Maybe he swapped his. Like, it would make sense maybe for, you know, a gigging musician like Fredrik to switch his bridge volume to that guy because you're doing it so much. But here it's this one, your bridge volume, bridge tone. Here's your neck volume, neck tone. Which I believe I have to go grab one of my Les Pauls, but I believe that's how the Les Paul is set up. Yeah, my other PRS S2 is not like that. It's reversed. And I think my Schecter's with the 4, you know, 2 volume, 2 tone layout is reversed. And I think my Washburn's reversed. So this is, it feels to me like it's the typical Gibson Les Paul style control system. But whatever. Let's get to the dirty dirts. That's what we're here for. Whoops, see? I went to go for there to turn it, but it's that one. It's a problem with too many guitars, remembering the control layouts. I guess a smart thing to do would be to wire all of them the same, because they're all my guitars now, so might as well wire them the way that I like. That would make sense. Okay, there's your bridge. Let's do the neck, some dirty dirt chordy chords. All the gain. All the gain and the overdrive and the fuzz. Nasty. Okay, a couple of crappy lead licks with the dirty dirts. Just red channel of the amazing. Neck pickup, Dirty Dirts. Both pickups. Old guy, blues licks. Gotta remember the volume. Gotta remember which volume. Okay, so just quick and dirty, clean, and dirty. Quick and dirty, clean and dirty sound samples of the PRS 245 pickups. I don't actually know any Opeth tunes. I've never learned any Opeth tunes. I came across this because I watched an Ola England interview where Ola was interviewing Fredrik, and they were talking about In Cauda Venenum, the newest Opeth record that came out late 2019. They had a long thing, video, coffee with Ola, and I was like, ah, who's this guy? Oh, he's really good. Oh crap, he's really, really good. You know, and I've been aware of Opeth for a long time, but never really got into them. Every couple of years I would go, oh, they're PRS guys. Let me go check them out. And I would watch a video, be like, I don't know. Because I don't really love Cookie Monster vocals. I love metal, I do, but the Cookie Monster, like death metal stuff, is not super my thing. It's fine if you love it, get you some, but it's just, I don't love it. I like Pantera, I like Phil's vocals in Pantera, I like Sepultura, I like Max Cavalera's vocals in Sepultura. That's about as gritty and nasty as I like vocals.
How?
I can't, I mean, I don't just love the super crazy stuff. But I bought the guitar because I thought it was cool. I liked the spec, I liked the look of it. I was like, that's a cool PRS, and I like single cuts, so I got it because of that. And then I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go do a deep dive into the Opeth discography like a kid. You know, when you're a kid and you discover music the first time, you buy the record and you're like, oh man, and then you go back and buy the previous record, and you're like, oh man, and then you buy the previous record, you're like, oh man, that's awesome, and then you get to the first record, and you're like, ah, it's okay. But anyways, they've got like 13 albums, so I thought, you know what? I'm gonna buy the newest Opeth record, In Cauda Venenum, listen to it. I started buying them backwards. I've gone back like 5 records now, actually in the last couple of months, and I'm like, you know what? I like them. It's different. It's different from what I kind of normally listen to, hard rock and metal stuff. It's very proggy. They definitely got the 70s prog influence on the newest records, which honestly I really dig. I like them. What was it? I think Sorceress is the one that particular song, Sorceress, is like, I like that. Maybe that might be their most commercial song off the last few records is Sorceress, but I can listen to that song on repeat quite often. And it doesn't even have a shreddy lead guitar solo, but they've got some killer lead stuff. Fredrik is an amazing player. He's fantastic. I enjoy his interviews quite a bit. I've watched some of their in the studio things of like, hey, here's us recording our record. I find that stuff very interesting. I've kind of gotten into Opeth a little bit. At least the most recent 5 records, I've got those. I got to the record where they still had some Cookie Monsters and singing, and it's okay. I need to go back one more. I haven't gotten to, I think it's Damnation and what's the other one? That record. I haven't got to that. I think I need to go back at least 1 or 2 more records. But I will do that, maybe today. But anyways, this is my newest guitar in the personal collection. You know, I'm obsessed with single cuts. That's kind of my jam. I like single cuts. We are not a PRS dealer. I would love to be one. Perhaps someday RNA Music will carry PRS guitars. I have 3. This is my 3rd PRS. Personally, it's SE for you purists. I have 2 SEs and 1 S2. I've played several cores, which are great. They're great, you know. But also these older Korean ones. I don't know about the new Indonesia or the Chinese. I don't think there's Chinese. It's Indonesia. I don't know about the newer Indonesia ones. I'm sure they're fine. They got quality control in Maryland. You know, all the imports do go through Maryland if they're sold in the USA. If the imports are sold in the USA, they go through the PRS spec setup with those guys and they check them out, which is good to know. But anyways, no complaints. I have quite a few Korean-made guitars, Washburns, Schecters, ESP, LTDs, you know, Epiphones, Korean Epiphones. They're fantastic. So, all right, I hope you enjoyed this and my little ramble on about Opeth and how I found this guitar. And hopefully I'll get some more videos. I got a couple other more unboxings to do. I have another guitar that showed up since I got this, but I can't share that unboxing because this is technically my first personal guitar acquisition of 2020. So I got to show it first, but look forward to a few more guitars probably showing up this year for the old personal collection. What are y'all playing? What's your go-to guitar right now? Tell me in the comments below, and I will see you in the next RNA video. Till then, keep the music alive. The music needs you. We need the music. We need to keep it alive for the next generation. So excited, keep young people excited about playing guitar and music and all that good stuff. We need all the excitement and good vibes we can get in 2020. So we'll see you guys and gals in the next video. Bye.